And it's okay to be wearing a lot of the hats. That's where you are at like those beginning stages. That's where you are in your business, is wearing the hat. So that's okay. Just understand what you want your business to look like. You build the chart around what you want the business to look like, and then you start putting the hats on different people for each of those roles. How do you know the right person, and did you train everyone for the position? Yes, so really the way that you know what the right position is knowing what you're good at. So like if you're doing everything yourself in your business, you need to like recognize that, okay, I need to start outsourcing. Where do I outsource first? And so if you're more of a visionary and you love sales, maybe that first hire is somebody to help you do lead management and helping with some of your systems. So maybe that's whether it's a virtual assistant you hire to help with some of your systems, or whether that's, if you're partnering with somebody that, can help you with the systems and maybe some of that lead management. But that's what you want to be looking at. Don't hire people to grow your business, like grow your business to hire people. You need to add people into the roles. Like don't just add people and then just hope that they like help figure it out. Like yes, Andrew said, hire intentionally. That's what you want to be doing. Hire intentionally for what you need, not what you think you want. It's, I am struggling, this area in the business is a bottleneck. I need to hire this person to help resolve that bottleneck. That's how we've always hired. Mike's asking, how do you train the guy pulling lists and tracking data? Our guy, Mark, we got from Start Virtual, but he didn't like start out day one knowing how to do all of our system stuff. Like if I wanted my VA to pull lists for me, I would show him by recording, hey, Mark, here's how I pull lists. And here are the 5 things that you need to be paying attention to when you're pulling these lists. And I would record that. And then I would you could put it into like a Google Classroom, you could put it into Trainual, you could put it into a lot of different things to be able to just keep track of it, right? Just put it in a Google Drive even, right? And then you say, hey, Mark, I showed you how to pull a list and skip trace the list and, export it. What I want you to do now is I want you to pull a list. Here's the criteria. And pull that list, and then I want to review it afterwards. So I would show him how to do it, I would record him, and I wouldn't answer questions. I would say, hey, Mark, I need you to do this. If you have a question, refer back to the video that we recorded. That's why we made the video, so you could just watch it if you needed help. And so he'd watch it, he'd pull it, then I would check the work. I'd be like, okay, did you do all the criterias? And I would go through like, oh, yep, absentee, yep, this city, yep, the zip code, like going through it. And he pulled the list based on the criteria that I said, and did all the steps that I told him to do. And then we're now day 2. Hey, Mark, I want to show you how to use call tools today. So then we go into call tools, spend 20, 30 minutes. Hey, Mark, here's how to check for spam phone numbers. Hey, Mark, here's how to buy new phone numbers if we need new phone numbers. Here's how to recycle a campaign. Here's how to add more data to a campaign if we need to add more data. Here's how to know if we're not getting the right amount of answer rates. Here's how to check that on the reports. Those are the most important things. And then make sure that he gets it. Perfect. Save the recording next day. Hey, Mark, I want you to manage call tools today. You saw the video, we went through it yesterday. You saw the video. You have the video again to be able to review the video before today, and then go in and then letting him work through that. And then if he has questions, because there's a little bit more steps involved, like I gave him 7, 8 different things for him to do. He may miss some of it. So I will open to questions on a little bit more complex stuff. If he has questions, answer the questions. Make sure he documents those answers to those questions in like a Word doc or something, or he records a video for himself to be able to reference back to. And then day 3, all right, Mark, you know how to do batch leads, you know how to do call tools. All right, let's move on to the next system. And then repeat, rinse and repeat. And how you know they're the right or wrong person is if you do those steps, and if they just aren't getting it, like some people take a little bit longer to learn, and that's okay. And it's like, be patient. But if they're taking a ridiculous amount of time, like 4 days in a row, and you've taught them to you've taught somebody how to pull a list like 7 times, it's like, man, like maybe they're just not the right fit. So that can happen too. But that's how I train. It just literally do it in front of them, record it, and give them access to the recording. And if they're a competent person that wants the job, they're a competent person that wants to be better and wants to figure it out, you literally showed them how to do the job. Whenever you're recording and you're building your database of training, then you have training for when that person inevitably, you maybe end up firing them for some reason. Maybe they get promoted to a role that they're now doing something else, and now you need to replace that role. Or maybe they, go get a different job. Like, for whatever of the 100 of different reasons why you need those videos, it helps you bring someone else on board and get the training for that newest person going. Brick by brick is how you build a company. It's not, just going to happen all overnight.